Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode and the last episode of this season of Hometown Hero. Now, the last time we saw each other was the game against Holbeck, as you can see at the bottom, and since then we've had 4 games, and again we have actually done really well. Our first game was a game against Friendsborough, which we only won 2-1. But really, looking at it, we should have won by a lot more. What we seem to be doing is dominating the match, but not getting the goals to show for it, which is a bit of a concern, yes, but it's also really good to see us dominating these matches. The second game was a 3-2 against Castrup, and this was a bit more iffy. You know, we didn't completely dominate. Well, yes, we did have more shots on target. It was still a little bit squeaky bum time, especially when they came back into it on 60 minutes, and I hoped that the goal from Patrick Anderson would give us a good 2-goal lead, but alas, it wasn't to be. Christian Lundstein scored pretty much with the last kick of the game, but again, I was pleased with the result. I was pleased with how a lot of the people were playing. Chris Bronze played a 6.6 in this game, and he seems to be either playing really, really well or being almost invisible, which is a little bit of a concern, but at the minute he's playing in an unfamiliar position, he's getting used to it. Hopefully next season, if we can keep him, he'll come back bigger and better than ever. So the next game was a 2-0 against Karlsunda, which for us was a rare clean sheet, and come this summer, defence and goalkeeper are 2 things I'm really going to be looking at, because we do seem to be conceding a lot of goals. And this game, actually, it was probably harsh on them that they didn't score, which is odd to think. But Chris Bronze playing an 8.5, grabbing himself a goal, playing really well, making that right midfield position into his own, getting better and better, and I'm really happy for him. And then the next game, which was actually the only draw of this series of results, was a really, really annoying 0-0 draw against Leroy Schmorum. And looking at it, even though we had roughly the same amount of shots, they didn't have one. We had 3 good chances, and we just didn't play well. We couldn't finish our chances, and I tried giving Jacob Pind a start, as I've tried to do the last couple of matches, and he did alright, but he wasn't anything special. And maybe if we used Cagrierdem, he would have done better, but alas, hindsight's 20/20 and all that. And then that leads us on to the last game of the season against Stinløse, and really we have got nothing to lose and nothing to gain apart from finishing the season with a win, hope to getting to plus 30 goal difference, getting above 60 points. It would all be nice, but really on the grand scheme of things it's not going to matter that much, especially when you look at our broad expectation for the start of the season was mid-table, and really we've done well to get where we are. But looking at the team, it's going to be a return to the norm, because I think I'm going to give Cagrierdem a run out for his last game, and I'm actually thinking about giving Patrick Anderson a run out. No, I'm not going to use Patrick Anderson. I'm going to keep on giving Chris Bronze that experience in his new position that he needs. So as a result, the team is Jonathan Gudmundsson, Martin Damsbo, Andreas Schultz, Andre Gregersen and Patrick Bang-Nilsson in the defence, Rasmus Mathiasen and Christopher Thran making up that consistent central midfield partnership, Eric Braun on the left hand side, Cagrierdem just behind the striker as always, Chris Bronze on the right, and Fredrik Christensen up top. And looking at it, I'm actually really happy with this team, because a lot of these players, looking at people like Andre Gregersen, Christopher Thran, Cagrierdem, Fredrik Christensen, all came from the very start of the season. I didn't sign these players. Well, technically I did with Cagrierdem. You know, I released him, then signed him back in because he was actually on money for this level, which I really didn't want. But I'm really happy with the consistency we've shown some players. But going to submit the team now, and then let's see how this goes for us. They're lining up in a 4-3-3 formation. We usually do quite well against this formation. We probably do better against this formation on 4-4-2s. It gives Erdem a good chance to get close to Saigal. You know, hopefully he can't dictate much this game. It gives us some room in the wide positions here and here. So hopefully Bronze and Brawn will both give us some good crosses today. But let's see if we can get anything in the last team talk of the season. Hopefully getting some positive reaction. I'm going to tell them... I'm going to be aggressive and say we should be winning this. But, you know, nothing. Not really surprised, but hopefully they look happy after I've done this. And it really does look like they do. So yeah, getting into the game now. Them kicking off, you know, hopefully just the introduction highlight, and it does look like that. Gregson cleaning up, and it goes into the first break. At the minute, it looks alright, you know, they've now taken over on shots. I'm going to tell them to push forward because I really like having that attacking impetus. We've committed a lot of fouls I'm seeing at the minute, so maybe we should close down less. Because that is a bit of an issue. Only one shot on target so far, and I'm going to keep on telling them to push forward. And first chance, and that looks like it's going to be a red card, is it? Is that going to be a red card for them? And it is. That's a red card for them. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to turn Cagrierdem into a... In fact, no, I'm going to put Cagrierdem as a striker. I'm going to put him as a deep lying forward. Braun can now be on attack because I really now want to push the game forward. They've only got 10 men. It's going to be harder for them, and I'm really going to try and take the game to them now. Be very, very attacking and see how this goes. It's kind of a 4-4-2. It's a very, very offensive 4-4-2, and hopefully we won't concede any, but I really have faith in the team. But still, as of yet, nothing happening. First chance, though. Damsbo throws it into Mathiasen. Gets it out to Bang Nilsson. Thran gets it back out. Crosses in. And, wow, a looping header by Fredrik Christensen. I won't lie, I was expecting the goalkeeper to get that one. But he didn't. Fredrik Christensen still scoring, still getting plenty of goals. And making it very hard for me to possibly even think of bringing in another striker next in the summer. But yeah, a looping header over the goalkeeper goes in, and now it looks hopefully that we'll dominate. Chris Bronze again not playing a great game. As I said, he doesn't seem to play very good in live comms, but I'm going to tell them keep going. I'm also going to tell Chris Bronze that I think there's really a lot more to come from him. Hopefully then he'll give us something special like I know he can in the second half, because he really is some player. I'm so happy with him, but automatically he gets tackled. But hopefully, you know, as the half goes on, he'll really improve. Going to keep on telling them to push forward because we can probably smell blood right here. Gregerson, again, this goalkeeper, you know, not doing very well, but Andre Gregerson getting a goal assisted by Chris Bronze. Just as I wanted him to start picking up this game, he really does. Ooh, not great by the goalkeeper there, but I don't care. Another goal, 2-0. A goal for Andre Gregerson on a rare start for him these days. But now it's Saur coming forward, Topenya, Pettersson, and Gudmundsson with a good save. He's been a good goalkeeper other than being probably one of the weakest on-paper player in the team. He's done really well for us. But Peterson on the corner gets cleared, but it looks like Jakobsson's going to get there first. Hopefully we can get the block in there. So while it will be a throw-in, that's the end of the highlight. And Gudmundsson gets it out to Patrick Bang Nilsson, who really needs to start showing me something. Because at the minute he's, you know, he lost his place to Dambor, but Erdem on the ball and rockets that in. Cagrierdem showing why I should never have dropped him in the first place, even if it was to give Jacob Pind a run of games. But look at this for a goal. Braun gets it to Christensen. plays it through, one touchdown, and rockets it into the top corner. What an absolute stunning goal. So, 3-0, and I think I'm going to make changes now. I'm going to bring on Nilsson, who is a youth player, who I want to try and give some games to. And I'm going to bring on Anderson and play him as a winger on attack. Hopefully then that'll give us some fresh legs. Anderson seems to be doing really well off the bench. Hopefully he'll do something for us off the bench today as well. But it's ticking closer to full time. 85 minutes in. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen now. But still, a 3-0 win is very, very good. Oh, could it be one more chance though? Anderson can't quite find ahead of Christensen. They look to try and spring a counter-attack maybe, but it looks to be well dealt with by Gregerson. Cagrierdem, that's a poor cross, but that doesn't matter. Last game of the season, away from home, 3-0 to Slalesa. Goal for Fredrik Christensen, Andre Gregerson and Cagrierdem, all three original players, like I was saying before the game. And this has been a really good, solid game. Even though we were probably expected to win, a nice, solid game. I'm going to give them a lot of praise for how they did in that game, because they really were professional. They could have slacked off, or been on the beach, but they weren't. They came back, gave us a good performance, and I'm really, really happy with that. And even though we didn't get promoted, I'm really happy with how that season went. Ended up on 61 points, 6 points clear of third place. Very, very comfortable second place in the end. While we probably never really looked like challenging FA 2000, it's still been a really good, positive season. And hopefully we can carry that form on into the next season and get ourselves promoted, because that is going to be the aim. So I will see you guys for the start of the next season. And with that, guys, bye-bye.